And there was probably 25, 30 of us at this Mexican restaurant on Rice Street. And it's a restaurant's been there for years, family owned, whatever. It's a nice place, you know, we know, you know, we go in there a lot. And all of a sudden, I'm not gonna lie, I was really stoned, and I was sitting at the table, and all of a sudden there was a big commotion behind me. And I look over at the door, and then I see a bunch of people crowded around. I see 5 armed men, you know, hands on their guns, trying to force their way in and stuff, but they don't have a warrant. They don't have any reason to be there other than to just come looking for people. And the thing is, that's not legal. You can't do that. You know, you don't have a warrant. You don't have a warrant for anybody in there. You're coming. It's against the Constitution. And so, like, I'm not a fucking Democrat or Republican. I'm not a liberal or conservative, man. It's just illegal. It's against the Constitution. I don't know how anybody can be for that. And the thing is, at this restaurant, like, my best friend is there. He's half native, half Mexican, Army veteran, been my best friend for nearly 20 years, you know, 16 years or whatever. I've known 18 years I've known, whatever. Point is, he's there. There's another Hispanic, like somebody who looks Hispanic, coming in to just like profile and snatch people. This is literally like watching fucking Nazi movies from the 30s where they're knocking on people's doors looking for Jews and snatching people like this. And it's not, I didn't realize, like, I'm there, I'm watching this shit, man. And you can hate me and call me fucking woke and a libtard, but I'm fucking watching this shit happening, okay? I'm not, you know, like, this isn't, yeah. So the thing that got me, though, is when I see most of the staff there was women, you know, that younger, like, you know, early, I don't know, they're, you know, whatever, they're all Hispanic, and the one was crying and shaking. And, you know, terrorism is defined as using the threat of physical violence to intimidate people for political reasons. That's what terrorism's called. So if you walk into a place with guns to scare brown people and intimidate them, that's fucking terrorism. You know what I mean? And I watched this little girl shaking by the fucking door with tears in her fucking eyes. Not little girl, she's fucking, to me, if you fucking 19 or 20, you're a fucking little girl to me, man. You know, like, and I hope to God most of you guys start fucking thinking that way instead of acting this pedophile shit, thinking it's okay to fucking, like, oh, 17-year-old, soon as shit clock turns 18, she's leaving. That's fucking sick, man. Anyways, this young girl is sitting there crying and shaking, and fucking all I could think about is my daughter spending the last 3 hours of her fucking life being terrorized like that by the same kind of fucking people, man, with zero empathy, with zero concern for humanity, okay? This isn't about fucking politics, man. This is what I witnessed in there was fucking, you know, sick, man. And you came in there to literally terrorize these people. And so once everybody got up and realized what happened, we fucking blocked off the entrance to the S restaurant. They threatened to shoot us if we didn't fucking move, you know, get the fuck here. You try to block me, they walk back. One guy pulled his fucking taser like he's gonna start shooting people. And then, you know, walked out of the restaurant with us following him, filming him, you know, whatever. And then at this point, man, I was just shaking because I couldn't, all I could see was my little girl and this little Hispanic girl. And the fucking thing is, man, if you can watch people suffer and it doesn't bother you because they're not the same skin color as you, man, I got such an issue with you, you know, and go ahead and fucking unfollow me, man, because I don't give a fuck. You know, say, oh, they're doing their job. That's not your job to break the fucking Constitution, okay? You say, oh, we're going after the criminals and stuff. It's not terrorizing fucking young girls, man. And that's what fucking shook me so fucking much to see that, you know, live. And earlier I was talking about being a Christian, man, you know, on my post. And as a Christian, calling something to do that, you know? So I just wrote down my two verses that spoke to me, man. And the one is, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits, you know. And you know, people that claim to be Christian in this country, man, are some of the most unchristian people in the world. And you look at your fruits, man. If you claim to be a Christian, what are you doing? And I don't sit there, like, I don't have Christian on my profile, Sir Death, Viking fan and Christian, because I just want to be an example. You know what I mean? And I don't want people to, like, I'm afraid if I'm a Christian that people will think like that I'm like some of these other Christians that are protesting with I hate, you know, whatever. They're not Christian, whatever. I don't want to be lumped in with the people that are to me embarrassing as Christians. Because the other verse that sticks out to me is when God, you know, brings the people. He's got the goats and the sheep on his right and his left hand. He brings the sheep over and he says, you know, when I was hungry, you gave me food. When I was a stranger, you took me in. When I was sick, you gave me medicine. When I was in prison, you visited me. When I was naked, you gave me clothes. And said, Lord, when did we do that unto you? It's like, whatever you do unto the least of us, you've done unto me. And then all the people who said they were God's work and God whatever came over and he said, you know, when I was hungry, you didn't give me food. When I was a stranger, you turned me away. And I said, Lord, when did we do that? He's like, whatever you did unto the least of my brethren, you did unto me. He didn't say, whatever you do unto the least of my brethren, except Mexicans. You know, he didn't say that. And so as a Christian, man, like if you are sitting here calling yourself a fucking Christian right now, and you're okay with these people getting terrorized, and you're like, oh, we're getting illegals out. It's not just illegals. They're terrorizing everybody, okay? They are terrorizing entire communities of people that have been here for 20, 30, 40 years. You know, you're kicking in doors, knocking on doors, looking for people. That's Nazi shit in Germany in the 30s, okay? And I don't want to fucking say this, and if you're offended by that, I'm sorry that fucking acting like Nazis offends you, because that's what this shit is, man. And it fucking is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Today, fucking our fucking whatever she is got on a podium with a Nazi slogan in front of it that says, one of us, all of yours. That's from Nazi Germany in a Czech village where a Nazi officer was killed, so they wiped out and killed every male in the village. We literally have a government agent, you know, a fucking Department of Homeland or whatever she is, with a Nazi propaganda on the podium. And I don't know how anybody can be okay with that. Like, in this country, I don't know. And I mean, if that makes you fucking unfollow me, man, because I'm not a fucking blue-haired fucking liberal out fucking pro. Like, I'm fucking, like, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm a normal person who's trying to live a normal life, and I'm watching some evil shit go down. And if I have to say anything, like, I don't care what it costs me. Like, social media is just a fucking, like, it's nothing to me. It's stupid. I'm gonna speak out and say what's going on is fucking wrong. Shooting somebody in the fucking face because they fucking didn't, you know, disrespect you or something. Like, you literally change phones to your left hand to pull out the gun and walk around in front of the car and shoot a woman 3 times in the head, and then you say, fucking bitch. That's the most anti-Christian thing I could ever think of, to call yourself a Christian after that. And the thing is, then I watch online and people are like, oh, fucking dyke. I mean, like, I have 3 lesbian couples I'm friends with, and the thought of one of that happening to them or thinking that it's okay because they're gay, like, fucking really infuriates me, man. And then somebody, a right-wing protester was like, oh, we killed one of yours yesterday. What the fuck is going on in this fucking country, man? Like, I don't judge anybody like that. That's why I don't want to fucking know your politics. I don't judge you, Chris. Like I said, Kristen owned a Trump store. I didn't give a fuck. It's not like I don't fucking care. I'm not. But this is some evil fucking shit that's going on, and I'm not for it, man. And whatever that costs me, you know, on social media, I don't give a fuck, man. This isn't fucking right. Nobody should be shot. If you're like, oh, what about Charlie? No, Charlie Kirk shouldn't have been shot either, but his killer was arrested and fucking is going to face punishment for it. He's not going to be fucking immune from prosecution for, you know, executing somebody in the street and then threaten to kill more people. That's fucking insane, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now, and it's fucking horrible. And I just want to raise my baby and be happy. You know, like, I just want to raise my baby and smoke some weed. And honestly, the best thing for me to do would be to get off fucking social media. I don't fucking need this, man. And I don't need to, like, at the same time, I want to fucking say something, man. I've been doing this for 17 years. A lot of you have been following me a long time. I don't fucking preach politics, man. I don't take sides. I don't give a shit. But this, man, this is some next level shit. And at least, you know, I want to be on the right side of history, man. Anytime, you know, and as a Christian, that's, to me, it's pretty easy to see. You know what I mean? When the fruits, when you will know them by your fruits. If your fruit is that, you know, fucking bitch, you know, that's not right. And I'm sorry for everybody that's probably offended by this, but this is the fucking truth. I have one thing I am trying to be is authentic, man. Like, I don't, you know, I didn't come here with a speech or whatever. I just want to talk from my heart and say what I saw, and it really fucking bothered me.